Many of the greatest jazz musicians met their end because of drugs and violence, but one talented band leader lived into old age and left an amazing surprise. Billy Tipton was born on December 29, 1914, in Oklahoma City. His father was a pilot and his mother was a glamorous woman. However, Billy's parents divorced when he was only 4 years old. For most of his childhood, Billy was raised by his aunt in Kansas City, Missouri. During high school, Billy became very fond of music. He learned to play saxophone and piano and decided that he wanted to become a band leader. By 1936, Billy Tipton was leading a jazz band for a local radio station. In 1941, he spent time playing in Joplin, Missouri. Then he spent 2 years touring Texas. In 1951, Billy went to Washington and formed the Billy Tipton Trio. The group played all over the Pacific Northwest for the next several years. In 1956, they recorded several records which sold modestly well. In 1958, Billy and his band were asked to play in Reno, Nevada, where they would open for Liberace, but Billy refused. Instead, he moved to Spokane, Washington. He played music at a local club every week, but the rest of the time Billy earned a living as a talent broker. Billy had several relationships during his lifetime. Between 1934 and 1971, he claimed to be married to no less than 5 women. The last was named Kathleen Kelly. The couple adopted 3 sons together. Each of the women who were married to Billy later commented that he was a very private person. Billy wore an ace bandage around his chest. He told his wives it was because of an injury from a car wreck, and he also told the women that he couldn't have children because of another injury from the same wreck. On January 21, 1989, Billy Tipton was 74 years old. He was living in a mobile home and was in complete poverty. He refused to see doctors and believed he was feeling bad from years of smoking, but in reality, it was a peptic ulcer. Without medical treatment, they are deadly. His adopted son William was there trying to help. In desperation, William called 911. When the paramedics arrived, they opened Billy's pajamas, trying to feel for a heartbeat. One of the paramedics looked at William and said, "Son, did your father have a sex change?" Billy Tipton had been keeping a secret for over 46 years. Billy was born Dorothy Tipton, but jazz bands wouldn't hire women to play, and they also wouldn't allow them to be band leaders. So in 1940, Billy Tipton was born. He had a social security card and a fake birth certificate for his new identity, and it was also discovered that he was never really married to any of his wives, and the adoptions weren't strictly legal either. Jazz musicians who played with Billy for years were shocked to learn about this secret. So were Billy's adopted children and wives. Billy Tipton never regained consciousness after the paramedics arrived. He was taken to a nearby hospital and pronounced dead. When William was later asked if he ever suspected Billy's secret, he said, "We had a close relationship. We would go to movies. It was more like good buddies. We went out to dinner or we just sat and talked. It never occurred to me he was a woman."